All right. A new week of live streams on Wednesday. Okay, Mrs. Angry asked me to make her a drink, which she doesn't ask for very often, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. And I nominated the drink. Gonna make her an apple of my tide. Okay. Got the recipe right here. I think I made myself one recently. Okay. We get the apples. Um, 30 mils. Okay. Wait, how much was it? 20 mils. Do. Hello, honey. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but I did it. It's done. Now we gotta shake our little booties right down to the ground. Okay, painfully cold to hold, so that's donezo. Strain that boot for Mrs. Angry. Alright, he's out of the way over here. And Celtic's there as well. Hello. Oh, yeah. Well, there's something in the mailbox. I haven't been there, though. I haven't been in the office like I normally would be. Taste Mrs. Angry's drink. Well, that's a gosh darn treat. All right, made that for Mrs. Angry. And now I'm back. And hello, Justin. How you doing? All right. Let me get this out of the way. Put it there for new. Put a couple things back. Baby, you better believe it. Back in the New York groove. I just remember that was a solo Ace Frehley track, and he died this week or in the last week. Maybe that's why that popped into my head. Because he'd been in the news. Oh. It's an all day in a cybersecurity simulation exercise. A little bit tired. We'll see how I go tonight. Oof. Can I get anything useful out of this orange? Oof. It's from last week. I was a bit half-arsed. Bit sad and tired. Let's try again. Have I got another peeler here? Actually, I reckon I should try this one. Home for the Elderly gave me. It does this weird. I'll do this. And then we do. I don't remember. I think we do this. Or is it this? Do something like this. Is it this? That's it. There it is. It's probably what we need to do for this. I'll do one more. There you go. That's actually quite useful, this funny thing that Home for the Elderly sent me. Now, I think I will trim a bit of pith off this, though. Wait, what happened to the fucking knife? Did I take... No, it's okay, it's on the ground. I should probably wash it. Ah! Yes. So I think that's too much pith. It's going to be too bitter. You've got to take the pith, as they say. Don't take things too seriously. We're just taking the pith. Ugh, you get this thing happening. Got to get me a fresh orange tomorrow. Got the friggin' Dream of Genie stuck in my head for some reason. All right. Zwan, how you going there? Haven't seen you for a little while. Nice to see you. I think I need to torch this ice a little bit. A bit of frost on it. Got to make it totally clear. Fire. Only got to do it a little bit. There you go. I think we're good. That was a very little bit. All right. You know what? I am going to make a widget. I made the drink before. Oh, wait. I haven't got the comments showing up, have I? Got your NBN fixed after 8 months. Nice. Oh, that's interesting. It retrospectively put the comments up. I think it wasn't doing that before. I wonder if that means if I'm just going to try again. Switch them off. Comments aren't there. Switch them on. Oh, yeah. I think that's different. I think they've, arguably upgraded it a little. Okay. A little bit of orange peel. We want that. Okay. So we got that. It's very clarified. I think. Trying to think. All right, I think I've got this. I think I've got this right. So I'm going to try my luck. I just got to pour this over some clear ice. Okay. Get this happening. How's that looking? That is looking pretty good. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Why'd you do that to me? Okay, it's working this time. Okay. Let's pour our urine sample over the ice. Well, that was some good glug glug ASMR. Nice. Okay. I think that looks nice. Oh, I got real angry at an article that was on Dan Murphy's today. How to make clear ice. There's all this bullshit about, oh, just boil the water. Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking idiots. Can't get clear ice by boiling the water. I'm extremely angry at you. Something I take very seriously, and you're not taking it seriously, damn it. Okay. Spouting ridiculous. And there was no, I didn't see any option for comments. Because I was absolutely going to say, this is bullshit. They started off by saying, well, you've got to get directional freezing. And then it was like, boil the water and put it in an ice cube. I was like, what the fuck? You start off by saying the right thing, and then you say the wrong thing. Okay. Let's do this, and hide this. And I was using this one too. High-proof whiskies. Oh God, where's my audio recorder? Oh God, I have to go out and get it. I just got to be a minute. Okay, got my audio recorder. Don't know why I didn't have it in here. I'm a silly sausage. Okay. Let's fucking go. Put this on here. Yeah. Ready to go. Get ready to go. Gotta line this one up. Oops. Ooh, all these subtle adjustments, finessing it. Oh dear. No, that's fine. That's fine and dandy. That's fine. Tired. Cleaned your mum's office. Rewired the whole house. That's where the internet goes. Nice. Fast drinks and fast cheeses. Well, that's good if you're in a hurry, man. Okay, let's go. G'day, cocktail lovers. Continuing my quest to milk clarify as many of the world's most popular cocktails as I can to see if they come out any good, or dare I say, better. Today, I'm going to have a go at milk clarifying an amaretto sour. If you're unfamiliar with an amaretto sour, the original version is one of those classic, not particularly good 70s drink, fell out of favor, and then more recently, Jeffrey Morgenthaler gave it new life. He's going, look, just making it with amaretto, so like amaretto, sugar syrup, and lemon juice, that's too sweet and also kind of bland at the same time. He split it with whiskey, and that gave it some backbone and made it a much better drink. So my clarified version is inspired by Morgenthaler's version. I'm not quite going the same ratios as him, and one of the reasons I'm doing that is the clarification process tends to soften flavors and smooth them out a bit. So I'm going to have proportionally a bit more whiskey than he does. And also, I'm going with high proof whiskeys. I'm doing a split of this 100 proof bourbon and an even higher proof Texas single malt. 66.7% ABV. That's going to get both smoothed down and also diluted by the clarification process. So I think this is going to work. Because it's a bit of fiddling around the milk clarification process, I usually make a batch. It's enough for because the clarification process is a bit of fiddling around and you've got to dedicate some time to it, I try to make it worthwhile by making more than one drink. Admittedly, the bigger the batch you make, the longer it takes, but I just like having some clarified cocktail on hand. Keep it in a bottle, just pour it over ice. So I'm going to give you the recipe that I used in parts rather than ounce or mils measurements. I did an even split of the whiskey, so that's proportionally half a part of I split the whiskeys evenly, so that's proportionally 1 part of the high proof bourbon, 1 part of the high proof single malt, 2 parts of amaretto, half a part of sugar syrup, and 1 part of orange juice. I add that whole mix to 1 part of milk and give it a gentle stir so we get it blended through and you start to see the I add that whole mix to 1 part of milk and give it a gentle stir as I'm adding it so it's nicely integrated in there, and you'll see the curdling starts almost straight away. You can leave that for 5 minutes to half an hour just to make sure you've got some good separation, and then I'm going to pour that through a paper coffee filter. Some people get put off by the terms curdling and curds, but it's the curds that do the hard work of clarification. not the coffee filter. The coffee filter is just holding the curds in place, and the curds have to settle. So the first amount that goes through will be a little cloudy because the curds haven't fully settled to the bottom of the filter. So what you need to do is let that run through until it starts coming through clear, and then pour that first amount back through to be reclarified. Alternatively, you can run the entire drink through the curds more than once. Once you have your clarified cocktail, all that remains to do is to pour it over some ice. And of course, you know me, I'm going to pour it over a big chunk of sexy clear ice because that shows off both the clear ice and the clear clarified cocktail. And just to make it look a little pretty, I'm putting a twist of orange peel as a garnish. It's a running joke in my house with clarified cocktails that are made with brown spirits. They normally go some shade of yellow to even orange or amber. It's the lightness varies depending what's in there. We call them urine samples. It's just a question of how hydrated the donor was. This person, they were fairly well hydrated. I don't think they need to see a doctor, but I'm going to taste it and see what it's like. Oh, I really am on board with my decision to use higher proof, stronger flavor whiskies. And the amaretto still comes through as well. And I chose orange juice rather than lemon juice, which is what would be in an amaretto sour, because it's a somewhat milder flavor in a clarified cocktail and it lets the other flavors come through more. And there's even just a little tinge of the orange flavor in there. I often say there's a lot of these clarified cocktails when I use orange juice taste like an orange creamsicle. I mean, it's a boozy orange creamsicle. Oh, this is deliciously smooth. It's still got some of that whiskey character. I'm actually surprised at how much the amaretto carries through. I thought the whiskey might completely dominate, but it stays a balanced drink and it's really smooth. The clarification process gives it a nice silky mouthfeel as well. Besides the color, the clarity, and the smoothness of the flavors, it adds the milk separates into curds and whey, and the whey is actually added to the drink. So it dilutes it a little, which is why I use the high proof whiskies, and it really just gives this delicious mouthfeel to it. If you've never tried a clarified cocktail, you really should. And this is definitely one of the better ones I've tried. So if you've ever tried an amaretto sour and liked it, I thoroughly recommend try a milk clarified one. I think you'll enjoy it. I certainly did. Cheers. How long was that rabbiting on for? 7 minutes. Okay, I didn't abandon you too long. Turn that off. Turn this off. Turn the bright light off so we can have some nude lighting for chatting. Move this over here. All right, bring my chair around. Ah, Lawsy. Okay. You got fast drink chills. That would be handy. And fast freezers. There'd be circumstances where that's handy. I wouldn't want fast freeze for my clear ice. You actually get a better result if it freezes more slowly. If it freezes too quickly, it's more likely to catch the impurities. Anyway, stick some extra orange peel in there. Because I can. So, how are we all doing? It's another fascinating week. For anyone who's not in Melbourne or surrounds Victoria, holy shit, it got windy today. Like they were predicting, gale force winds and whatnot. And the day started off fairly quiet. but then I didn't go out of the office building all day. Once I went into a second office building. I went into my normal one, did some stuff, and then went to the place where I was going to be all day doing an exercise. And so that's well and good. But then I stayed inside that building all day. I did not go outside. And then at knockoff time, I go outside and almost get knocked off my goddamn feet by the wind. I mean, I don't have a flawless catalogue of memories of wind I've been in my life, but I genuinely think that may have been the strongest winds I've ever been in. There were moments where I thought I was going to get knocked off my feet, like I really had to brace myself. Svan, oh my God, that wind would have been terrible for allergies. God, it was just brutal. I've not had anything else of it. Has anyone else lost the audio? Oh no. Everything's telling me the audio is still there. No, just you, Celtic. Maybe your ears stopped working. That happens sometimes. Or it depends what you're listening to me on. Okay. Oh my God, that is actually really fucking good. Okay, that's going on record as one of the better clarified cocktails, actually. Got it back. It was your speaker fucking up. Okay. Good to know. Lord knows I have technical problems from time to time. I was thinking of doing another talkie video. Don't actually have to make anything. I made eggnog for this Christmas so it can age for a couple of months before Christmas. And I've actually done the making of it. It's all in the fridge now. Made about 2 liters of it. Probably actually a little bit more than that. And it's, I mean, I did have a cheeky little taste of it, and it was nice. But what I found is, following Alton Brown's aged eggnog recipe, it's better if you leave it for at least 2 weeks. I think 2 months is a good sweet spot for it. One time I did actually save some for an entire year, and it was still fine after a year, but it wasn't anything fantastic. So it's like, oh, there's no point in doing that. But oh yeah, oh well, me and Mrs. Angry like eggnog. My eggnog, it's really fucking good. My workmates do too. I kind of promised to take some in to work, sometime before we sign off for Christmas. Nintendo Lunchbox, you were once at an Alton Brown set. They overproduced that show. I don't think I've ever watched any of his shows. Just got his recipe for aged eggnog and used that as the basis for mine. My ratios are actually a little different to his. But he's my guiding light for an aged eggnog. It's fun. Just do a mix of all the brown spirits. It's got whiskey and rum and brandy in it. Okay, he's on Food Network. Good Eats. Yeah, I see him on YouTube sometimes. But yeah, I got the recipe off his website. I forget who recommended it. One of the cocktail websites I go to said, like, yeah, use Alton Brown's aged eggnog recipe. So that's my go-to for aged eggnog. And I actually use basically half of the measurements he says. And when I make it, that's like 2 liters of eggnog. So his default recipe is an absolute fuck ton of eggnog. Like it must be 4 liters because like I basically cut the ingredients in half. Make two. Actually, mine's a bit more than half. So maybe his is like 3 to 3.5 liters. But it's a fuckload anyway. Hello, Kelsey. You like the show? No, this is not new. This was not in the last round of shirts I bought, but the round before. So I don't know. I don't even know if that was this year. I might have bought this one last year. But I know it is in the second to last set of shirts that I bought. When I bought the most recent round, I convinced myself I hadn't bought any new shirts in ages, like a year. But then, then I wore one that was from the previous one. I went, "Ooh, I don't think I have had this for that long. I think it maybe was this year." So maybe I bought 2 lots of shirts this year. Who knows? So my whole shed of outfits. Depends what you mean by that. I do still have, even though I don't wear them and not even in videos, I do still have a lot of the t-shirts with this, not all of them, but I have a lot of the t-shirts with slogans on them. I kind of sort of have some of the masks. I've been so tempted to actually make some new videos with masks, not angry shouting ones. Saw these Halloween masks at like an independent supermarket. And where was that? Out on the Mornington Peninsula. Mrs. Anger and I went out there, and it was just these half masks. We got one. Mrs. Angry just thought it was cool. We got one that's it's kind of like a stone statue, gargoyle, devil thing. Got that. And there was one that was a devil one. It was red devil, just a half mask out there, and I was just tempted to get the devil one because I just had the thing is like I would just take a news story of someone who did something fucked and just come on in this devil mask and go, hello, I am Donald Trump's speechwriter. Or, I am horrible celebrity's publicity agent. Am I going to wear the kilt this summer? I mean, maybe when it's really hot. The Nintendo Lunchbox. If I did more masks spark old school media, you get press. I'm not actually sure what you mean about that. But Celtic's going to buy a kilt, bagpipes, and a unicycle. I mean, that's a hell of a combo. Are you going to wear a kilt, play the bagpipes while riding a unicycle? That'd be a hell of a thing. I'd be impressed. Look, maybe I'll do the talking bit for the eggnog and I can edit it tomorrow or whenever. First, I probably ought to get the Alton Brown. That's not okay. I've randomly, this is like force of habit, touch the pattern matching game I'm always playing. So was that Nintendo Lunchbox? You're saying if I wear a mask and did some news, old YouTubers would think it's cool. Look, maybe I've been extremely tempted to do it. Oh, they've changed YouTube. The play controls are different. Okay, hello. Hello, home for elderly. Oh yes, Celtic. You definitely want to put video of you wearing a kilt playing bagpipes on a unicycle online. Definitely. Right, so now you got me going. I want to look at YouTube. Okay, what do you mean the play controls are different? I'm not seeing anything different. Ah, okay, that's okay. Okay, I maybe know what you're saying now. But I'm not actually sure. Oh yeah, a screenshot and show me what you're talking about. Definitely. Randomly, one round of my pattern matching game. See if it'll come together for me. Come together right now over me. Just doing the pattern matching. I'm stuck on a level. I've been stuck on this level for a while. Ooh, that's a bit of action. Power ups. No, I'm nowhere near close. So I'm so used to this game, I can tell at a very early stage if I'm going to beat a level, and I know at a very early stage I am not going to beat this level. In fact, not even fucking close. I need like another 50 fucking moves. Wow, that's a fucking dog's breakfast of a round. Let's put that fucker to sleep. I only opened it by accident. I need the browser for Alton Brown's eggnog. Investors save Westwood whiskey from bankruptcy. There you go. What do I want? Alton aged eggnog recipe from Alton Brown. Okay. It's all see-through. Oh, fancy that. See-through stuff. Wild. George Orwell's got me by the nuts. I mean, got us all by the nuts, really. All right. Okay, I'm going to do this talky thing. Started nicotine patches. Working well. Excellent. Good call. Getting off the cigs. Celtic, you're going to look for a French, Dutch, or German teacher in Nara. Prefer Dutch. Thinking about moving out of Belgium. Got to go to Bruges. Then you'll be in Bruges. Also, Celtic, if you don't get that reference, it's a movie I thoroughly recommend watching. It's very good. I watched most of it again recently. In Bruges, Bruges, which is a city in Belgium. I don't know if it's the capital, but it's one of those European cities that has a really old part of town. But it's basically about hitmen. It's a light drama, dramedy drama with elements of comedy in it. Very good movie. Ability. The other day, do I remember saying I want to make a video with you talking about 30 discs coming up on Home for the Elderly on Friday? Fuck yeah, dude. I am bang up for that. But speaking about making videos, yeah, Celtic. I mean, that movie. Like, I've never tried to come up with the top 10 movies. I'm hard pressed enough to narrow it down to a top 5. In Bruges would stand a fair chance of being in my top 10, though. Oh, yes, please tell me. Okay. Before I go off and do something, tell me what you're thinking. Nintendo Lunchbox. Look, I will watch Severance at some point. We just started watching Slow Horses this week, which is very good. I do like it. We finished season 1. We started season 2. It's up to season 5. Take us a little while to get through it. And then I'm going to convince Mrs. Angry to watch Severance. See if she likes it. And if she doesn't like Severance, then I'll watch it on my own. But yeah, I'm enjoying Slow Horses so far. Ability. Would you be okay coming on live stream with the 30 discs? After the live stream, you slice out and clip out the part. Oh, yes. Look, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. We could just do it and free form on a live stream and you can edit it. Yeah, you want to do that? I'm bang up for that. Justin, do I get the impression Trump might actually like Albanese? I mean, maybe. He's very gushing about him. Celtic been up since 3 a.m. Got to see. Oh gosh, you need some sleep, mate. So if you had 95 km/h wind, I don't know how high the gusts were, but they felt like the strongest winds I've ever been in. They almost knocked me over. Oh, nice. And your mum got a new laptop. So, Phil, you'd like to do it on Wednesday. Up for that today. Oh, you want to do it today? Yeah, dude, I'll fucking do it today. Yes, Safa, I'm in the office today and tomorrow this week, which is unusual, and I'm not all that happy with it. But it's for a worthwhile thing, the whole cybersecurity thing that I'm working on, doing a big cybersecurity exercise. It's actually involving people across Australia because it's talking about the energy sector, so gas and electricity. It's actually quite interesting. What did you do today? Release them on Thursday. Drop the bundle on Friday. I mean, we haven't talked about AWS going down this week. A lot to talk about. So, okay, you want a few minutes to get ready for that home for the elderly? Because I could just do the talky bit I want for my eggnog video. Uh, yes, Justin, the Sora app, the AI slop TikTok knockoff is, while, it's initially quite interesting, it's a steaming pile of shit. And the hilarious bit about it, Adam Conover did a very interesting commentary on it. I'm not sure he's 100% right, but I think he's onto it, in as much as in all probability, every time someone makes a video with Sora, OpenAI loses money, like dollars at least. And it's a stupid pile of shit. And they can never, ever, ever, ever make money off it. It's just not possible. And it's fucking trash. And it's just more evidence of an AI bubble that's going to fucking destroy the global economy. Okay. So Hempfield, yes, your big plan thing, you're giving the buyers a day to see vid, turn off the on. Oh, yes, we'll turn off on-screen chat, definitely. I mean, I can turn off. Okay. Let me see what I can turn off, actually. Like, do you want our names there? Because I think I can. Or can I? Can I make that? Oh, no, yeah, look. I can make the display names go away. We can be little circles. I think, what's this? I don't think if we can make I don't think we can make the live thing go away. Getting famous angry Aussie on your vid. Okay, so you want the names on there. Okay. Okay. It's easy to make that one. Okay. Heine, you've seen Mulholland Drive now. Makes no sense, but it was cool. I quite liked Mulholland Drive, and weirdly, I watched it with my mum. So the lesbian sex scene made for some uncomfortable moments. Oh, God, I changed that, didn't I? I don't actually like that. I like the bubble, and I like it in red. Didn't even realize I changed that. All right, so you can get ready. I'm gonna do the talky bit for my aged eggnog, which I've already made. I just need the talking bit where I explain it. Okay, put that in there. Here I come now. Never met a man who made me feel the way that you do. It's alright. Okay, let's fucking go. Okay, I fucked that up. No. Get ready, 'cause here I come now. Oh, never met. Okay. G'day, cocktail lovers. I come to you today with an important message, and that message is the time to make your eggnog is now. What's this blasphemous talk, you say? Make eggnog a month before December even starts? Doesn't Christmas stuff start too soon? Well, I'm not saying drink your eggnog now. To be fair, I'm also not saying don't drink. To be fair, I'm also not saying don't drink your eggnog now. I tend to have a batch of aged eggnog in the fridge all year round fuck. I'm also not saying don't drink your eggnog now. Hell, I have a batch of aged eggnog in the fridge all year round. But if you don't, now's the time to make stuff so it's suitably aged before Christmas. Often when I mention aged eggnog, people go, "What do you mean aged? Isn't going to go? Oh fuck." Often when I mention aged eggnog, people go, what do you mean aged? Why do you go off? It's got milk and eggs and cream. It also has alcohol, a natural preservative. And if you make it like me, it honestly has a fair amount of alcohol in it. But you don't have to listen to me. Listen to Alton Brown, which is who I listen to, and I use his aged eggnog recipe as the basis for mine. I freeform a little bit, and honestly, I only make a batch that's about half the size of his. And when I cut all these measurements in about half, I still end up with 2 liters of eggnog. So Alton Brown makes friggin' huge batches of eggnog. I'll link to Alton. I'll link to Alton Brown's recipe in the description of the video, but I thoroughly recommend you just use that as a starting point. Improvise a little. So it talks about having cream and milk and half and half. Half and half's not actually a thing we have in Australia. So I used more cream, and for fun, I used some vanilla malt flavored milk. He recommends using a blend of whiskey, rum, and brandy, which I thoroughly agree with, and I did. And he talks about how much sugar to put in, and he's talking about putting spices like nutmeg, etc. Now that's where I improvised. I used my spiced apple sugar syrup that I have made on the channel before. It's super yummy, and I'll also put a link on how to make that. Having said all that, here's how I make my version. I start with 6 eggs as opposed to Alton Brown's 12 eggs. Then I added to that 500 mils of cream, 250 mils of milk, flavored in my case, 250 grams of my spiced apple brown sugar syrup, 150 mils of rum, 150 mils of brandy, 150 mils of whiskey. And for fun, I had about 100 mils of brown creme de cacao left in a bottle, and I chucked that in as well. My eggnog is relatively dark because of the brown sugar syrup I use. If you made it with white sugar, it's going to be a much lighter colored eggnog. But also, that's another area where I recommend experimenting with different sugars or sugar syrups. I love actually having all those flavors in the sugar syrup, so I don't have to worry, oh, am I using enough cinnamon or enough nutmeg? And just whiz it all up and then put it into bottles. And I keep mine in the fridge. Honestly, if you were in one of the cooler areas of the world, particularly if you had a cellar or something like that, I don't think you need to refrigerate it. It will keep. I'm in Australia and our Christmas is in summer, so I do keep it in the fridge, and I just shake it every day or two, at least a couple of times a week, to make sure it's integrating. And I'd say if the idea of serving it up after aging it for 2 months freaks you out a little bit, just do taste tests. I think the minimum you should let it rest for, and not just rest, you should shake it up as well. I think the minimum is 2 days, but definitely if you can bring yourself to wait 2 weeks, it tastes so much better. All the flavors kind of merge into one another and it becomes rounder and richer. But my favorite is around the 2 month mark. I made some mid-year for a Christmas in July party that never happened. I was going to share it with my co-workers, and we didn't have the Christmas in July party. It ended up being early September when I shared it. So that had aged about 4 months, and everyone loved it. This stuff is great. And once you can get past the mental image of, I don't think I should age something that has milk and cream and eggs in it, the world's your oyster, because you can super experiment with the spirits as well. You could use tequila, basically any spirit you like, you can experiment with and come up with your own take on eggnog. But I just so strongly recommend the aging process. It definitely makes it better. I'll be honest, I did do a taste test just after making this batch, and it was yum. So I am super looking forward to how it's going to taste in a couple of weeks and then in a couple of months. Trust me on this. It might sound scary, but would your Uncle Angry lead you astray? I mean, look, probably there are a whole bunch of things you shouldn't trust me on, honestly. I'm a reasonably disreputable character. But trust me on this, and if you don't trust me, trust Alton Brown. Aged eggnog is the way to go. So the time to make your eggnog for the best Christmas flavor is right now. Another 7-minute rant. Now I'm going to switch everything off. Okay, now sit down and see if Home for the Elderly is ready. Get ready, because here I come now. Get ready. All right, I'm going to pour myself another drink. Where did I put the rest of that batch cocktail? Right here. Okay. Hey, Laura, how are you doing there on Twitch? Sorry, I was just over. I double dip on my live streams. I record videos for my YouTube channel, my cocktail channel, and do a thing. Got to get your ducks in a row. We all need our ducks in a row. But, so what did I miss? What were you talking about? Sorry, Heini. Should you make sense of Mulholland Drive? Not really. Honestly, I would have to re-watch Mulholland Drive to give you a good answer for that. Nintendo Lunchbox, today you learned the term chicken tender is an actual chick body part, not just a cute name for fried chicken part. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. But I also think it's quite arbitrary, like when it's sold in supermarkets as chicken tenders, because I think here it's just sliced up chicken breast. Have you ever heard the phrase humble pie and telling someone to eat humble pie? It's basically demeaning them, because I learned what that meant studying Shakespeare at uni. There's a line of someone talking about you're going to get back at a guy feeding him a pie of his humbles. And what that meant is literally cutting off a guy's genitals and cooking it up in a pie and feeding to him. In other words, it's not meant to be literal. I don't know, maybe some torturers did it literally. But it is, it's the total sort of demeaning of someone to make them eat humble pie. So Lunchbox, it's called tenders, means nothing. Oh, no. I sorry, I understood what you were saying, that originally there was a part of the chicken called the tender, and now they just meaninglessly call these slices of chicken breast chicken tenders. I sorry, if I wasn't clear, I did get what you meant. Oh, man, that is fucking good. Yum, I like it. It is a particularly yummy clarified cocktail. A winner, in fact. Winner, chicken dinner. And for those who missed it, right at the start of the stream, Mrs. Angry asked me to make her a drink, which, she just does every now and then. She was like, yes, I'll make you a drink. She'll grab a drink. The apple of Mai Tai. A riff on a Mai Tai. Oh, man, I'm really liking that, actually. Just trying to think what else I could do. Got to edit some shite. I know when we get into December, I'm going to do supermarket eggnog, which I don't mind just by itself. My eggnog is fucking orders of magnitude better, but supermarket eggnog's not bad. You could just add boost or don't add boost to it. Have non-alcoholic eggnog, but I'm going to use it to make clarified eggnog, which I did last year. I'm going to do it again this year because it's super yummy. And I was mentioning this the other night. I think I'm going to get the rum flavored custard, which I've never had because I think it stems back to my childhood when I wouldn't have liked rum flavored things. And I was thinking rum custard would be gross, but theoretically, I would like rum flavored custard because I like rum. I like custard. But anyway, I'm also going to do a clarified rum custard drink where I will add more actual rum. God damn, that is really good. That clarified cocktail gave me fucking shit, actually. Sometimes when I do it for reasons that I don't understand, it doesn't clarify properly, and I have to do it multiple times, and it takes ages, and it's a huge pain in the ass. But it was friggin' worth it in this case. It's so yummy. I'll make a bigger batch of it. But I don't know. You never know. You never know what's going to happen in this wild and crazy world. God, I kind of want to make a bigger batch of that, actually. The amaretto is yum. Ooh. I'm just thinking of making that with spiced rum. Maybe my barrel-aged gin. Damn, now I'm really thinking of things. Damn, I got an idea in my head right now. That's a thing I might do. I was looking forward to going to Healesville again. I'm not going till December, but I'm going to Healesville again with Mrs. Angry. And yes, I go there for the distilleries, but also there's this cheese shop in Healesville, Sophie the Cheesemonger, that just has incredible exotic cheeses. Like, I think she does trips to Europe to find these cheeses, but she also has Australian cheeses as well. But she has this one cheddar. It's an aged cheddar, and after they make this cheddar, they have this grain soaked in whiskey, and they sit this grain on top. They're like a big fucking wheel of cheddar that's been aged, and it's like covered in this whiskey soaked grain and left to age even more. So the malty whiskey grain flavor soaks into the cheese. It's so friggin' good. And what I learned last time is save the grain. Don't actually eat the grain, save it. And yeah, I was like blending it with a gin to make this savory flavored gin. It's freaking yum. Definitely gonna do that again. And then maybe even barrel age it. Because I have bought barrel aged whiskey from two different vendors, and they were both good. But I've not barrel aged my own gin. Should maybe do that. Building off last week's suggestion from Home for the Elderly, which was a fantastic suggestion, to actually extra age my Infinity whiskey, which I did. I'm going to taste it after a month, see what it tastes like. Don't want to overdo it. But that should have really sort of smoothed and enriched all the flavors of the different whiskey. I haven't even been keeping track of what whiskeys were in the Infinity whiskey. I'm feeling that I should do the same with my Infinity rum. Blend all the rums and barrel age that, and then do it with just do it with everything. Barrel age everything. I'm a crazy man. No one can stop me from barrel aging. Although, like I say, I probably wouldn't do the barrel aged gin until December after we come back from Healesville and I have that yummy aged cheddar whiskey grain. Just put a really nice malty flavor into the gin. So it tastes like Geneva. That's right. I'm talking obscure alcohol facts that no one apart from me cares about. But you know, sometimes you just got to live your life being a weirdo who's obsessed about strange things that other people just sort of nod nervously and go, okay, yeah, sure. That's a thing. That's a thing. You should go with that. Non-alcoholic beverage time. Ooh, Home for the Elderly has his ducks lined up. Okay, then I will do the invite code. And while this is normally open season and anyone can join, tonight this is just for Home for the Elderly to join, and we're going to make a Laserdisc video. So, you know, that's sounding good. So for that, we are going to switch off the chat. Oh, and I'm going to pour a mineral water. I might need some throat lubrication. All right, Home for the Elderly has entered the chat.
Why isn't he? Oh, there we go. Hello. Okay. Sound test. One,
Sound
two.
test sounds really good. Oh, actually, you know what? They made me a thing because I can't tell how loud I am in comparison to you. But oh God, now I've got to remember where it is. They just keep friggin' adding features.
Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay.
Oh wait, no, here it is. Audio.
I don't make videos anymore, you know, except for when I come onto your channel, you know, like.
Oh, let's freaking go. That's what I say. I'm just looking because I stumbled across a thing the other day that let
It's
me
doing that thing
compare.
where you're still framed.
Oh, am I? All right. Well, let's just talk for a while till that evens out.
No. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to reboot the whole computer.
Oh, okay.
Not even that. It won't. You know how quick my computer reboots. Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
I might as well do the whole thing.
If you want, go for it. Oh wait, no, I'm going to switch it to auto. Okay. Well, I did find the audio thing, and it should be fine. Okay, I'll kick him all the way out, seeing he's going to reboot. One boot is fine, but why stop there when you can reboot? Oh God, I was in work today in this seminar, and someone used the technical term Yara for a sort of notification for how to run code to check if there's been incursions on your network. It's a cybersecurity thing. And I thought, I've never heard of this. What the hell is this? And I looked it up, and Yara literally stands for yet another recursive acronym. It's like friggin' nerd humor. These nerds who came up with things, and some came up with a protocol, and someone said, you've got to give it a name. And so I should give it a recursive acronym. What if it was yet another recursive acronym? That would be Yara. And it's like, friggin' nerds, man. You can't trust them. Was it to know there's a note Lucas is in talks to direct other Star Wars? Okay, that's a weird thing. Okay. Home fidelity. It's like not registering that yet. It's worse. This time it wasn't registering that you had a camera or mic. I had not heard a rumor about Lucas directing more Star Wars. I genuinely don't think that would be a good idea unless he had a really good editor. Because without an editor, he just fucking rambles. But I know some people think the idea of Taika Waititi doing a Star Wars movie is terrible. It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about fuck. Yeah, you know what? Taika Waititi makes a Star Wars movie. It might fucking suck. It might be awesome. You, as an uneducated fucking schlub out in the world, you don't know shit. So I really fucking hate it when people want to make a big song and dance about something that doesn't actually exist. It's like, you've got no fucking idea what this is going to be like. Taika Waititi's a really good filmmaker. Some of his movies are better than others. Shock horror, that's the way it goes. But we regularly get surprised by movie concepts, premises, movie making teams that sound on paper and come out great. And we get some that sound amazing on paper that come out shit. Nobody knows anything. And definitely nobody knows anything about something that doesn't exist anymore. And look, I'll be honest, often when I hear details or elements about some upcoming film or project or whatever, I just feel, oh, I do not feel good about this. I'm not feeling positive about this. I mean, honestly, I actually just shit talk George Lucas. Who the fuck am I to shit talk George Lucas? Not really shit talking him, but I really stick to he needs a good editor. If he has complete control over everything, he just waffles and it gets bloated. Whereas he is a great story guy, and I think he is quite a good director. He just needs a good editor. Like, in all probability, Star Wars would have been the original Star Wars movie probably would have been a disaster without his then wife editing it. Justin, your boss asked you if Copilot was working. You ask Copilot if it's working. What was Copilot's response out of interest? Oh, hopefully they're having a Murphy's Law. Yes, the reboot made everything worse. So do it again, I guess. We just got to keep on keeping on till the fight is won. Sorry, now I'm quoting Redskins, which is super obscure for anyone younger than me. Redskins were socialist skinheads from England, hence Red Skins. And they had a great series of revolutionary songs. In fact, you can almost like trace how they think the revolution should go through the songs. I'm trying to think what order should we put their songs in. It's like keep on keeping on. It's like you keep on fighting on till the fight is won, and then bring it down, which is like, yeah, bring down this shit. And then it was kick over the statues. It's like at the end of the era, what do we do? Kick over the statues. Yeah. I like that, Justin. That's kind of what I thought it would go. You asked Copilot if it was working, and it said, yes, I am, and gave a smiley face. I guess I'm interested in the context, because is it working could mean different things. What's the context of your boss asking, is Copilot working? Like, could your boss not get Copilot to do something he wanted? Or is the boss just generally asking you before they even tried? Oh, that's sorry, Nintendo Lunchbox. It's also not working for you. Wait, is it just StreamYard that's not working? But sorry, Nintendo Lunchbox, as I prefaced when I was sending it. But I want to say hi. Are you there? No, it's not working. Oh, there you are. But it's no, it's you're like one frame every 5 seconds. But also this was, although yeah, generally when I do the invite thing, I it's open season for everyone, but this one was intended to do a thing with the Nintendo Lunchbox. But I don't know if this is StreamYard, because Home for the Elderly is having problems, and now it's not like, Jesus, I was exaggerating. One frame in 5 seconds. It's like one frame in 30 seconds. Man, maybe it's StreamYard that's the problem tonight. That's super weird. So, Justin, you reckon your boss was just asking if it was down? Does your boss not know how to get fucking Copilot to work? I don't know. Yeah, Nintendo Live was, like I said, like normally when I do the invite thing, it's for everyone. It's open season. I love having people on, but Home for the Elderly can't make it work, and it wasn't working for you either. So I don't know if StreamYard's just fucking up tonight. Home for the Elderly, and I may have to try again another night. We shall see, I guess. Que sera, sera. Man, I really do like this mineral water, actually. Which is weird, because in days gone by, it's not something I thought I would like. Just very barely lightly flavored. So, there's the thing that's popular in the US. I don't think you can even get it here, but it's a sparkling beverage with really light fruit flavors. And there was a very funny meme that was like, these drinks are like if you drink plain carbonated water and someone shouts flavors at you from the next room. Just as like any program, something seems down. First thing you do is check it out. Yeah, that is actually good practice. Yeah, and there's various websites you can go on. Is X pro web service down, and it'll show you how many reports they're getting for something being down. um, which can be really useful. You see how many people around the world are reporting outages or problems, not necessarily full scale outages, but problems. I feel, do you think it's StreamYard? I mean, I think it might be StreamYard. We just have to try another night. I mean, like, you went to web contests. Well, I mean, we can just try another. Like, I know what you're saying, but you don't have to upload it the day after you do it. I mean, I think we should. I think we should try again tomorrow night, and maybe you upload it next week. I think we should keep trying until it works. Basically, yeah, Justin. You're saying with AI you can just. Oh, do you mean the AI itself, the chat bot itself? I would not trust any chatbot to tell me anything conclusive about real-time events. That's not what they're designed for. Is it home for the elderly trying again?
Okay, so you can see my Laserdisc player, but that's it.
Yes, I
Weird,
can.
it's allowing my Laserdisc player, but it's not allowing my camera to work.
You can see my Laserdisc player.
Oh, I can hear my
Oh God!
voice.
Now I'm getting a long delay of your
Yeah,
audio.
feedback. Sorry about that. I was watching
No,
the
no drama.
video while. Okay, so yeah, I went to webcamtest.com and that worked fine. I can select my DVD player input and that works fine.
Which is interesting.
Hang on, maybe I'll maybe if I can change it while I'm in here. Oh,
I don't know.
there's a
It's
button.
interesting.
Hang on. Here's a button here. Hang on. Here we go.
Oh, whatever you did froze the DVD. No, it's just me. I didn't do that, by the way. It did that spontaneously because it's saying you're not there.
Let's do it again.
I got your audio.
What a pain in the poop hole. Okay. Well, yeah. The reason I wanted to get it done today is because these are this week's discs. They're going to be released on Friday.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it in the chat.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, we'll just have to try again another time. And if I get what you're saying about the cycle and whatnot. So if we want to wait till next week, but that's I guess we occasionally have problems with StreamYard. This is a slightly unusual one in that I don't think there's problems with my stream, but yeah, it wouldn't let you connect and wouldn't let Nintendo Lunchbox connect. So I am suspecting a StreamYard problem. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but friggin' technology, man. Technology is so often a pain, and you just got to friggin' deal with it. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. And that is literally the K is what? And sera, sera, will be, will be. It's what will be, will be. Ah, dear me. All right, that's good. It's interesting. Doing the live streams nearly always invigorates me. Like after a day of applying a lot of focus to cybersecurity, I was super tired when I got home. Oh, not super tired, but quite tired. And But then I relaxed, had some dinner, drank a caffeinated beverage, and I felt fine. And then I come on the stream, I'm so invigorated. Oh yes, Nintendo Lunchbox. Saf was mentioning the Amazon Web Services outage a couple of days ago. A bit of a big deal. A whole bunch of, because so many people rely on Amazon Web Services, and they went out. A whole bunch of websites weren't working. I think even YouTube was having some problems. I'm not sure if that was directly related to AWS or not. Who freaking knows? There's another topic of conversation in the cybersecurity exercises during today that reliance on very large companies is a bit spooky, because if they go out, everyone's fucked. Like 99% of the world depends on Microsoft. If Microsoft services fucked up, like Teams and email and whatnot, everything would be all fucked up. And yeah, I have read a bit that more and more governments are going, oof, this reliance on Microsoft is a really fucking bad idea. The idea that we would grind to a halt if the Microsoft tools stopped working. Yes, Justin, or if they got hacked. And the big companies are just under constant attack, and the banks are under constant attack. It's friggin' unsettling if you spend a bit of time thinking about it. Our reliance on these services that could get fucking knackered real quick and real comprehensively as well. Bad times at the El Royale. Do I want to mix myself a little drink? I mean, maybe, baby. Ooh, I just had an idea. Okay, I got to decide what's the next whiskey I'm going to get. And also maybe rum. What rum bottle am I gonna kill? Smith and Cross. Was that pineapple rum? Mango rum? Yeah, I got some. Is that the husk rum? It is. Okay. Got some gold rums. What's this one? Ooh, inner circle. I don't really want to do that. My spiced rum. Overproof white rum. Okay. Honestly, probably another bottle of Starwood. Probably want to knock off another bottle of Starwood. What do we got? Pedro Jimenez barrel. Nova. Solera. Botrytis barrel. Bourbon cask. Archie Rose, Chief Son. Wait, are those different or the same? 900. They're the fucking same. No, wait, are they different? No, they're the fucking same. Why did I think they were different? Okay, Chief Son. That's the one we got to work our way through, because it's also very good. Despite the fact it comes from Bogan Town. Oh dear. Where's this? Here I come now. Never met a man who makes me feel the way that you do. It's alright. Fee, fi, fo, fum. What's the ABVs? It's just 40%? Oh, 45%. Nice. A little bit of extra heft in there. Here I come now. Probably shouldn't have made a full-sized old-fashioned. Oh, but I'm irresponsible. There we go. Orange bitters. What's this one? Aromatic. That'll do. Don't want to get fancier than that. Justin, oh, it's home for the elderly. He's waving at me. It's working. No audio. I can't hear you. So, but the audio is working before. So, yeah, I'm getting the thing saying like you're muting yourself. So I don't know. Oh, and the fucking video is fucking doing the. Yeah, no, it says it's muted. It says it's muted at your end. No, yes, no, still not working. I don't know what that is. No, it's not working. I don't. This is so weird because previous we had audio quite well. It's also not saying you're muted now. A little while ago it was saying you're muted. No, but I definitely can't hear a damn thing from you. So I don't know if it's a question of picking the right input for the audio. No, it's saying you're muted again. So I don't know what's happening. It's very strange. Still can't hear you. So it's something at your end. Well, I think I heard a little crackle as if something was happening then, but that was it. No actual sound from you. Well, it happened again. I don't know what you're fiddling with there, but I don't even know what you can see to control at your this close. You're this close. Damn. But yeah, it's just a night for weird technical problems. Not sure what it is. I'm not even sure what you see at your end in terms of controls. If you can adjust like what camera, like I have a settings option where I can sort of change the camera and that's interesting. Yeah, I genuinely don't get it. What the hey? Nintendo Lunchbox, you by all means try again. Misery Loved Company. I'd love to try. Sorry, wanted to go back to what you put in the comments, Justin. You would not be surprised if the military got a cyber force. I would, because I think it's a bad idea. I think you should stay with the signal. Well, Signals Directorate is technically military, I think. Now that I think about it, I could be wrong. I don't know if the Signals Directorate answers to the federal police and he's back.
Please, may this work.
It's working.
Oh my god! Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Now, so
I'm a little
got to
bit
get
too
rid of the
excited.
phone.
I'm sorry.
No.
Woo!
That's
You know
worth
how
getting
long it
excited
took me to
over.
bloody fiddle? It's just so many knobs and levers.
I
I've got an
know.
OBS running. That program
Oh,
that
right. Yep.
Twitch
Okay.
uses stream to with, right? I've
Yes.
got that running on this screen over there. And I've
Okay.
got all these other, you've got to make all these feeds go in together that makes one
Yeah.
stream that's out. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Well, look, we can be circles.
I do like the circles.
We can keep the circles if you
I like
want.
the full frame better because I'm going to be showing
Yeah.
off discs and I want the
Right.
space. Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, okay. Nintendo Lunchbox. No,
Oh,
not today because
I'm exhausted.
that was emotionally exhausting. All right, but we're ready to rock and roll.
Friday, I
Putting up the
come
new
on, we'll
discs.
do a party day Friday. But
Oh yeah.
wow, there's a huge delay. Is my voice like? If I go,
I'm not,
yo, you
no,
can hear
I'm
me
not
straight
hearing
away.
any delay
My
or
voice
any
is
echo
delayed
or
behind.
anything. No.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start. Let's get this over and done with.
Let's frickin' go.
G'day, Laserdisc lovers. Today I have my friend Angry Aussie here from the celebrity famous YouTube Burr. I'm going to be doing my look through these Laserdiscs this week with him. We chat every Friday here on the Angry Aussie channel, and one thing I've learned about him is he's a bit of, besides being a cocktail buff and likes yelling about politics, he loves movies too. So we're
Really
going to go
good,
through the list of movies. So we're going to see what's here. I've got a little cheat sheet here as well to talk about what different actors, so we don't get hung up and stuck on who's
who's
that
in
actor,
it?
as we tend to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so starting off with the box set before I get to the horror stuff. This is the When the Lion Roars, and this is hosted by Patrick Stewart, and it's a look back through the whole history of MGM during they had a big celebratory because they started in like the 30s or the 20s.
I was about to say they had a real peak mid 20th century.
Yeah, they really kind of flopped down during the 70s. They had real trouble keeping the doors open during the 70s. But that came out in 1992, so that must have been some kind of anniversary special or
a bit
something.
of a renaissance for them.
And I look back at some classic musicals and stuff like that. And even later on, they try to make out, we were doing fine because we had, what's that movie when you can only age to 21?
Logan's Run.
Yeah, Logan's Run was done by MGM. Yeah. So I don't have Logan's Run, sadly, but that's a great film too. Okay, then we kick off with some horrors. Each week I've been listing just a little chunk of horrors just to keep, a bit more interesting and stuff like that. This one's called The Devil's Daughter with Belinda Montgomery and Shelley Winters.
Okay.
Shelley Winters was in everything at the time.
She was a star in her day, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take it out of its bag and show you the back because we're going to make this video a little bit longer this time. I usually make them 10 minutes longer, but we'll have a good look, eh? I don't know this movie at all, so
I have to admit, I see a movie I've never heard of called The Devil's Daughter, and I'm going, there's nudity. There's definitely nudity in that film.
So 1990 it was released. That's not the one that my notes have given me because it told me it's 1973. So ignore the Shelley Winters comment. Yeah.
I bet there's multiple films called The Devil's Daughter. Yeah.
Okay, this one's right. This is called Night Wish. Another horror film. This one's it's got an Obi on the side.
Yeah.
That means it's a Japanese disc because in Japan, when you're at the shops, it's not really customary to touch anything when you haven't bought it yet. Unless you've chosen that's what you're going to buy. They don't like putting fingerprints on other people's stuff.
Okay.
So they have these things called Obi strips, which give you a little bit of information about the film and stuff like that, so they can have them listed like that, and all they have to show is that much of the disc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
They do
right.
it with CDs as well and DVDs, and they're called little Obi strips, and they're on video games and stuff like that. Anything you get from Japan, you see those little strips on them. Anyway, so Nightwish, a young woman learns she's been promised to Satan by her late mother's cult.
Yeah, that's got nudity as well,
Yeah, it
definitely.
probably was. Yeah. All right, we have Piranha 2, The Spawning.
That's with the flying. Like I literally know that's with the flying piranha.
Flying mutant piranhas terrorize a Caribbean resort.
Yeah.
And do you know who directs this movie?
Oh, someone who came out of Roger Corman's stable, I think.
Yeah, probably, because it's James Cameron.
Yes, it's an early James Cameron. Yeah.
It's an early 19. I don't have the year. Oh, that's a shame.
I think I've seen bits of
Yeah,
that.
I haven't, but I love the Piranha movies, though.
I literally saw the first Piranha movie in the cinema. I saw.
Oh, did you? The Joe Dante Piranha movie. Yeah.
I saw that in the cinema.
Okay, well, sticking with fierce animals.
Oh, yes.
We have Anaconda, Jennifer Lopez, John Voight, Ice Cube. I think Owen Wilson's in this as well.
Probably.
And a fun little movie from I think we'll call it like mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
And
surprisingly good effects.
Right? The Corridor Crew did a video recently about it. Talking about how good the snake holds up. Yeah.
That's what prompted me to mention it, because I also saw their video on it, and they were marveling. Like,
yeah, I like that.
Look what they did here.
We got what?
No, I was saying that's the reason I brought it up, because I saw that Corridor Crew video as well, where they marveled at how well the snake was done in that movie.
Yeah. Really cool. All right, moving on. We have Jack Be Nimble, 1993. Starring Alexis Arquette. I wonder if that's got to do with the other Arquette.
Patricia.
Yeah, Patricia. Yeah.
Yeah, they're sisters, I think.
Sarah Smuts Kennedy. Whoa, what a name! Directed by Gareth Maxwell. Abused twins reunite as adults to take supernatural revenge on their tormentors.
But that guy whose face is there, is that the guy from Highlander?
Oh, you mean Christopher? No, it isn't. No, he looks a little bit too young.
Like him.
It does look like him, doesn't it? Christopher Lambert is who you're talking
about. That's him, Christopher Lambert, yes.
He was also in The Sicilian.
Yeah, he's another one who never quite made it. He was set up to be a big star.
Oh, what's the other movie? The video game movie you like? Mortal Kombat.
Is he in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, he was Raiden.
Oh God, okay. I don't. That shows I don't remember the original Mortal Kombat movie very well. There you go.
No, because the new one is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Jack Be Nimble, another horror film.
Another horror.
And then we've got some old school classic horror. Edgar Allan Poe. This is a double feature disc. You know those ones they put two movies on one thing. So I don't know any of these, but what have we got here? We got the Raven and the Mask of the Red Death. Two Gothic Poe adaptations packed with eerie visuals and Price's signature menace. They're both Vincent Price. Yeah, they are too. So that's Vincent Price and there's Vincent Price. I watched
I was going to say, those are two of the more famous Edgar Allan Poe works as well.
Yeah. The Raven that's the one I know from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Nevermore.
Yes. They did a quite faithful adaptation of The Raven.
Well, every week I pretty much bring out another copy of Speed, and every week it sells. This is the most common Laserdisc you can get because it came out during the peak of Laserdisc, and it was a cheap disc. It only cost $30. Some of these Laserdiscs were $90 when they were new, and that was in 1995. But this was only the same price as a CD. Everyone had it in their collection. I keep
Yeah.
on finding them, and I put it up, and then they sell, and then I put it up, and then they sell, and they keep
Okay.
and so on and so forth.
While we're in Simpsons territory, that just makes me think of Homer going, "What was that movie about the bus when it reached a certain speed?
Oh
It had to stay above that speed because it would blow up if it went below that speed." I think it was called "The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down."
So
No.
we have Trapped in Paradise. Now this has, as you can see from the cover, Nick Cage, John
Yeah.
Lovitz, and Dana Carvey. They're three
So,
brothers.
okay, good comedic actors.
Oh, yeah, but they weren't connecting. They didn't vibe very well, except there's some awesome cageisms in this. You know, when he just goes crazy, you know, like.
You got to love Nick Cage. He just never stops. He makes so many movies. Some of them have got to be good.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't great, but it's if you like the cast, then I'm sure you'll enjoy this film. I discovered this one on Laserdisc myself.
Okay.
And it's quite fun, you know, like you can tell they're having a lot of fun on screen together. And basically it's about how three brothers rob a bank or something like that. And then they end up in a small town called Paradise, and they can't get out. There's always something that goes wrong that stops them from leaving the town, you know? And then they end up back in Paradise again, you know? So that's why it's called Trapped in Paradise. All right, next up, Threesome.
I remember that movie. That's 90s again, isn't it?
Oh, this is Uber. This is like genuine, like full blown 90s in a
And
nutshell.
it literally is.
So it makes it even more nice.
These three people trying to have a threesome relationship.
Yep. A college dorm mix-up leads three mismatched students into a complicated love triangle.
Yeah.
It stars Josh Charles, who you might know from Dead Poets Society.
Yeah.
Stephen Baldwin, which you'd rather not know. And Lara Flynn Boyle, which I know especially from Men in Black.
Yeah, and I know from Twin Peaks.
Oh, of course you would. Yes, Twin Peaks. We were just talking about David Lynch before we started the video. What was that movie you were talking about?
Mulholland Drive. We were talking about Mulholland Drive.
Yeah,
it's a weird one.
It's funny. It's there's only one David Lynch film that I'm not a big fan of, and it happens to be his biggest budget film,
which is
Dune.
He's not fond of that, I don't think.
I don't think anybody is. That's why I was really rapt when the new ones came out, because they really salvaged, you know,
those are quite good.
Wasn't that great?
Denis Villeneuve films. Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, really good director. I want to keep following what he does.
I just traumatized someone by calling him Dennis. Not Denis.
Yeah, we can't see it, but we're on a live stream at the moment over on the Angry Aussie channel, and there's a bunch of people chatting over here on the right, and I can't actually read the chat at the moment, but Angry's got his eye on it. So next we have Bad Company. So that's Ellen Barkin.
Yes.
Who's from Switched. Have you seen that movie, Switched?
Yeah, she's in a bunch
of movies during the early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Larry Fishburne.
I thought that looked like Larry Fishburne there.
From The Matrix. And back here, who's that?
Is that Jason Robards?
No. Oh, come on, brain. Yeah, it could be actually.
No, check. It's not Jason Robards.
Okay. Hang on. Bad Company.
Because he's in a million things as well. He's really good.
There we go. Okay, we have it's Frank Langella.
Frank Langella. He rose to fame in 70s as Dracula.
Yes. I know him from Masters of the Universe. He was Skeletor.
Yeah, but that was in the 80s. His big rise to fame was playing Dracula in the 70s.
Yep. Okay, and next we have, I'm going back to my cheat sheet again. There it is. Okay, Born Yesterday with Melanie Griffiths,
Yeah.
John Goodman, and Don Johnson.
Good cast
Uh,
again.
I haven't seen this one, but I've seen the trailer. You know, it was one of those
Yeah.
movies that had looked like when we used to rent videos and they would have the
Yes.
trailers before the movie.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this trailer a ton. A brash tycoon hires a journalist to educate his girlfriend, who turns out to be smarter than anyone expected.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a My Fair Lady event, I guess, wouldn't
It
it? You know?
does sound like a My Fair Lady story.
You know, you can see Melanie Griffith doing the ditzy thing. You know, like she did that ditzy thing really well. Yeah. There was a great film she did called Shining Through, I think it's called, where she's a German spy and goes into Germany as a translation teacher.
Yeah.
And no one suspects her because she's so ditzy, you know, like
Yeah.
that's sort of her thing. Okay. You
Oh
know
my
this one.
God. Such a classic.
And I'll be honest, there's two versions of this cover. This is the black cover, and then there's a grey cover version. I like the
Okay.
black cover. It's so much better.
Yeah.
Like that
No,
it really emphasizes the whole energy of the film a
it's
lot
very
better
striking.
than
And
the
Mel
standard.
Gibson with the 80s, 90s bouffant hair is awesome.
Yeah. I watched a movie with Mel Gibson this morning called Daddy's Home 2,
Yes.
where Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, and
Yeah.
it's a Christmas movie. It was really felt weird. It's really weird watching Christmas movies in October. You know, like it already is weird enough the fact they got Christmas trees at the shops, let alone watching the Christmas movies already. I think
Yeah.
you should know this one too.
Oh, Kingpin. God, the guys who made that, the Farrellys, there was a period of a few years where their films were just because they hit it big with Something About Mary.
Yeah, the one that they flopped on, I think, in my opinion, was that Ben Stiller one that was a remake of the old Neil Simon movie, and I can't remember the name. Farrelly
Yeah.
Brothers movies.
Yeah. Kingpin was okay. I didn't love Kingpin. But
Everyone hated Three Stooges.
oh God, did they make a Three Stooges movie?
Yeah, it was.
Oh well, that was destined to fail, honestly.
Silly, wasn't it? Yeah. So they did Dumb and Dumber. We all know that, and then there's Something About Mary. That another good one.
Yeah.
And the discs just fell over, and I'll just pick them up in a second. Kingpin, Me, Myself, and Irene was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Shallow Hal was good. Stuck on You was a little bit silly and fun. The Heartbreak Kid was the movie that I felt like kind of was a big dip for me. You know, getting Ben Stiller during the mid 2000s, he was hot property at the time. You know, so he was doing all sorts of big films, and for him to do like this kind of romantic comedy, that just failed on all fronts. You know. Anyway, you know this one.
Oh, National Lampoon's Vacation. I swear to God, in terms of when you look at the thing, does that hold up? A lot of the elements in that do not hold up. Like you look at it and go, ooh, I can't believe you did that as a joke. Ooh, no.
Like what? What's a good example? Have you got any examples?
The sexual stuff in it.
Yeah. The number two, where he records a video of his wife in the shower doing an erotic dance, and then it ends up as a billboard in France.
Yes.
That was like, oof.
European Vacation. Actually, again, probably European Vacation is worse than Vacation.
This I find to be a timeless classic, actually. There's so many things. I used to have this on a copy off the TV, and it was censored and stuff like that. So all the Beverly D'Angelo bits were hidden. Just won me over on all fronts. Having such a good cast, like even John Candy snuck in there for a bit too.
I think that's Chevy Chase at his peak as well.
He wasn't he? Just past, the whole early '80s stuff. Just started to really,
like he rose through Saturday Night Live in the late '70s, but I reckon Vacation is probably his high point.
Next up, another one I think you should know.
Oh my God, Universal Soldier, Jean-Claude Van Damme and
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren. Again,
Yeah.
things never quite happened for Dolph Lundgren. Like after was it Rocky 3 that he was in?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Then they were trying to hype Dolph Lundgren. He was in Masters of the Universe, and he was.
No, 3 was Mr. T, wasn't it? I thought that might have been 4. Because they did the whole.
Okay, so no, you're right. He was 4.
Yeah.
Rocky 2 was the rematch with Creed. Rocky 3 was Mr. T. Rocky 4 was Lundgren. Yes.
Yeah, and on Rocky 5 we don't talk about. Yeah.
There are still a couple of later Rocky movies I want to see, but no, Rocky 5 is not one I really want to see.
But peak Jean-Claude Van Damme as well. He was at his best during when this came out. I enjoy it.
But of course, Dolph Lundgren had a bit of a rebirth in the Expendables movies.
Yes, and I also loved him in Johnny Mnemonic. You remember Johnny Mnemonic with Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
In store. Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's a bad movie, but when Dolph Lundgren comes in as the preacher, and that was fun. That was fun.
Trivia. That's based on a short story by one of my favorite writers, William Gibson, who popularized the cyberpunk genre. Johnny Mnemonic was a short story he wrote, and there's a lot of extra stuff in the movie to flesh it out. And what's really funny is people go, "Oh, William Gibson would hate that," and then William Gibson goes on the record, "I wrote the script for Johnny Mnemonic, so all the extra stuff is from me."
Okay. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Next one is called, I haven't seen this one, The Summer House.
Not familiar with this one.
Yeah. You know why? See this logo here, Samuel Goldman?
That's
the same logo that The Sum of Us has. And it's sort of like lower budget films, and stuff like that. Like Some of Us was, like no one, Burke and Wills was another one that had that logo on it as well.
Right. Okay.
So just to generally, 3 generations of women share secrets during one transformative summer in 1960s England.
Okay.
It's a bargain basement disc. It's a bargain basement disc. It's $2.50, gang.
I'm also thinking 1960s Britain. Damn, that sounds depressing.
Right? Yeah.
That was not a fun time, 1960s Britain. God, this one.
Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yeah.
Mate,
Julia Roberts trying to be a serious actress.
In this film gave me chills. Like the way he treated her.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty full-on movie, and a really lovely second act where she meets a lovely guy, and then the third act kind of brings it all. I mean, this is a 40-year-old movie, so I'm not giving you spoilers. But it's fun to watch.
It's a film about domestic violence, basically.
And Julia Roberts is gorgeous in this too.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, I don't want to watch a film about domestic violence. It's actually pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's a thriller. So it's an 80s thriller in that sense, Next one, another $5 disc.
That's such a good movie. That is.
I know, but it doesn't sell. Look, I'll be honest with you. A lot of these kind of romance movies, don't really sell well. So as much as I love Billy Crystal in this, and it's a Rob Reiner film too. Yeah, Rob Reiner, and there's the guy who made Spinal Tap, for crying out loud. And Princess Bride.
It is a romance movie, but there's such a sort of sarcastic, cynical element in it that is a real antidote to the cloying romance movie.
See, everyone writes it off as the movie with that orgasm scene in it, but it's so
that's what it's most famous for.
it is the if you like the comedy in Monsters Inc. of Billy Crystal in it, like
Yeah.
the snappiness, the wittiness.
Yeah.
It's a mature adult version of that, So yeah.
Also, okay, I'm with extra features on discs from Pixar. They, to sell Billy Crystal on being in it, they animated his character Mike with one of the most famous monologues from Harry Met Sally, and they said, and they just
Oh
went,
wow.
Billy, this is what we want you to do, and Billy Crystal went, this is incredible, I'm in. They had Mike Wazowski
okay.
doing a
So that's
monologue.
how they played it to him.
Yeah, yeah,
Going back,
and they also at
yeah.
one. That's also how they got Tom Hanks. They did animation from one of his famous movie monologues with one of their cartoon characters, and they played it to Tom Hanks, and he was just, "I've got to work with you. This is amazing."
Yeah, because
Yeah,
not. It wasn't just the technology with Pixar. It was the
it was
brilliance
the
in the way
character. It was the
characterized. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
character.
yeah.
All right, we're getting there. We've only got a few more, about 10 more to go, and then we're done. So,
What about Bob? Okay, I have watched this one. I guess I'm not a huge fan, but I kind of think if I rewatch this, I might like it even more.
last week I listed Groundhog Day, and I was talking
Yeah,
about how Groundhog Day is probably his best movie, and I was
I'd
listing out
agree.
about other
Yes.
great films like Ghostbusters and Stripes. I honestly think this is up there as well. He is crazy in this. Richard Dreyfuss plays a magnificent straight man,
Yeah,
and that's why the movie works, I think,
yeah. So the basic thing is Richard Dreyfuss is the counselor psychologist, and Bill Murray is the person who desperately needs therapy and whatnot. But he's so out there, he like drives the therapist, Richard Dreyfuss, crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to rewatch that one actually.
In a very 90s way, too, in a
Yeah,
90s silliness that
I
doesn't
watched
take
it.
itself seriously. But
Yeah,
you could get away with that kind of stuff back then.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just,
Golden
I
Age,
love it,
Golden Age
yeah.
of home video. I'm sure I rented that and watched it at home.
Okay, this one I haven't seen, but I'm using my cheat sheet. A young
Oh,
explorer
right.
and his loyal wolf save an indigenous village from greedy miners.
Well, their heart's in the right place. I'll say that.
Scott Bairstow and Charlemagne Craig.
I feel like the guy who plays the hero was in a lot of B grade movies, and they were trying to make him a star at one point, and it never quite worked for him.
Or he was a what they call when you work for Disney all the time, like Disney, like when you have people in their stock, Okay,
Yes.
stock.
Yes.
So what movies is he known for? The Postman with
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Yep. Wild America with the kid from who was in Wild America? That Randy kid from Jonathan Taylor Thomas was in it.
Oh gosh, wasn't he
Wild
everywhere?
America. Three brothers who are obsessed
Yeah.
with animals are given permission by their parents to travel around America with a camera documenting wildlife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, definitely a Disney character. Okay, this one,
Another classic, Twister. Oh my god.
This one is almost as common as Speed because it came out, it was cheap,
Okay.
and it came out at the right time in 1995 when Laserdiscs were actually considered like what 4K is nowadays, where you
Yeah.
could buy a nice copy of a Laserdisc, it would be well pressed, and often they would come out before they made it to the cinemas in Australia. Because back in the 90s,
because we used to have a massive delay, like 6 to
we used to
12
have a
months.
huge, Now we get them like a day apart, but
Yeah.
back in the 90s, they used to be sometimes a month apart. So you get movies like Air Force One or Twister or Speed before they even came out at the cinemas, and you could watch them at home and invite your friends over and go, oh look, I'm so big. Oh, look, got Twister before it came out. All right. Following up the Vacation series, this is the tail end of it where everything went a bit skew with.
Yeah.
This is Vegas Vacation. Now, not even in the same class as the first two films. Actually, definitely not in the same class as Christmas Vacation either. But when you start enjoying characters from a movie, then you'll just take whatever they offer. If you see Beverly D'Angelo and Chevy Chase and Randy Quaid all together, and you've got to really know them from the old films, you don't mind sitting through one more that isn't as funny but still enjoyable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a '97 release. So yeah. All right, we're getting there, really nearly there. I know
All
we're
right.
running over time. Sorry.
No,
My
let's
favorite
go.
movie. This
That's
is my
good.
favorite
I
movie
really
ever.
like that movie. Yeah.
A lot of people have a lot of common like Star Wars or Ghostbusters or something like that. And I'm turning around going, my favorite movie is LA Story, and I always get weird. I get weird looks, like what, But I think this has everything that a movie is meant to be about.
Yeah.
Amazing dialogue, very touching scenes, great comedy, beautiful characters. Everything that I love about movies is all contained in LA Story.
Yeah.
And this is the widescreen edition. This is the copy that I've got in my Laserdisc collection as well.
That is a great movie.
And a bit more Steve Martin. We have
My
Boy Heaven.
That one didn't quite hit the mark. That was
How I Learned to Dance the Merengue. Now, this is a movie that grows on you. It's the first time you watch this, you're like, feels weird. Steve Martin with the hairdo like that,
and they were both, they were well-known comedic actors, and
and
I don't think this was a hugely successful film.
Well, it was written by the wife of the guy that wrote Goodfellas,
right? Because
when
Steve
she
Martin's a
wrote
monster in
she
witness
was
protection.
like kind of making this guy be the character that got put into protective custody from the Goodfellas movie. And then wrote it as a totally different type of film. And I'll be honest, as you watch it more, it just grows on you and becomes, like a really movie that you come to really enjoy as a background film or something that's like a comfort film, because not much happens in the film. Let's be honest, like it is a very chill movie, it's like you chill with the characters kind of film. All right, here's one you definitely know.
Oh, Beetlejuice. Okay, that's fun.
Don't say it 2 more times, or we'll get.
No, I'm only going to say it the once. In fact, I don't want to.
And do I need to say more? Like, let's just move on to the next one. This is a great film. It's at a great price. You guys, this will get sold like that. Okay, a bit more Van Damme.
Which one's that?
Maximum Risk. It's called.
I love that's such a generic 90s action.
All of his movies are generic names. If you go through his filmography, every single one of his films are generic names. Maximum Risk. Let's because it's generic, I get them mixed up. A French cop uncovers a twin brother and a deadly Russian mob conspiracy. And it's also got Natasha Henstridge.
I love his cast as French. Like he's Belgian, but in Hollywood they're just going, he's got a European accent. We can see he comes from anywhere.
All right, this one I don't know. It's called The Old Curiosity Shop. And that's Peter Ustinov.
Yeah.
And Sally Nesbitt, a Dickens classic about a grandfather and his granddaughter fleeing debt collectors across England.
That sounds vaguely familiar. I think that's probably like a quality British character film.
Well, here's the thing that put me off. The reason I've got this on the $5 thing, down here it says Hallmark Channel, right? You know what Hallmark Channel is?
Oh, that's the made-for-TV schmaltzy stuff.
Yeah, schmaltz. Schmaltz is a good word, yes. I'm going with schmaltz as well. But let's brighten it back up, all right? We got Point of No Return.
Oh, okay. How many different? So that's the Hollywood remake of Nikita, La Femme Nikita.
Yeah. In Australia, it was released as.
The Assassin.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
So yeah,
that's
it's
not
basically
bad.
La Femme Nikita, the American version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah,
Again,
Bridget.
the original French version, La Femme Nikita, is orders of magnitude
It's
better.
way better than this, yes.
But
But
that's not bad. That's not
if you've
bad at
seen La
all.
Femme Nikita, watch this too to see the American
Yeah.
version of it. It's
Yeah.
not like like some American movies just squash it into the pile of rubbish.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
actually, I think, held up.
Yeah, and also Bridget Fonda was really good.
Oh yeah. All right. I've seen this and I don't remember it. Does that mean
that's Matthew Broderick, isn't it?
Matthew Broderick, and that's Meg Ryan down here? Look at her
Yeah.
sporting the 90s, kind of Spice Girl haircut
Yeah.
going on.
This is one that didn't quite make it. It had all the 90s ingredients in
She
it.
looks familiar too.
Didn't quite make it.
So what have we got? Two jilted lovers team up to spy on and sabotage their ex's new relationship.
Okay, I do remember this. I have, when you gave that synopsis, it's like,
Yeah.
I have seen, it's actually not bad. Just as a slightly off-kilter rom-com, it's not bad.
Kelly Preston. That's who that is. I was thinking, I know this
she was
face.
married to Tom Cruise at one point, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Was it Tom Cruise? Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Top Gun.
Kelly Preston. The reason I know Kelly Preston is Twins. She was in Twins and was the girl that liked Arnie. One more Steve Martin film. We got A Simple Twist of Fate. A reclusive man life changes when he adopts an orphan girl. And yeah, it's okay. I don't mind it. I'll be honest with you, I don't love it, but here's the thing with Steve Martin, even when it's a movie not that great, you can still enjoy it,
Yeah.
And last movie. It stinks.
Speaking about movies that are remembered for one thing, this one, the Sharon Stone crossing her legs thing.
Yep, that is the thing. I would call the knife attack to be quite memorable as well, when they're having sex and then she pulls out the chisel and.
It's an ice pick. It's an ice pick.
Ice pick. Sorry. Yeah.
But
of course.
The leg crossing thing has been referenced so many times.
In movies especially too.
The Simpsons to Deadpool to whatever. It's the leg crossing thing is wild. I do remember an interview with Sharon Stone where she was asked about it, and she's going like, I was okay with doing it. I said I had no idea how much was showing. Like when I actually saw the finished film, I went, oh my God, I did not know that's how much was showing when I did that. Like, damn. So it's sorry, we're watching people chatting and someone just said, is Fatal Attraction a good date movie? Yeah, it's a great date movie. It's a fantastic date movie.
He's being sarcastic. What is he being sarcastic? That's a scary movie. The last thing you need. Yeah. Anyway, so that was the 30 for this week, and they'll be up on Friday at 3:00 as usual, and you can jump on the site and grab them then. And thank you for coming on and presenting. I think this is a much more interesting video. I'm
into this. Just going through the discs.
And you never know what's coming next. Like it's all over the place, Yeah. Because I don't pick them in order. I just go, right, that bundle here, and then start taking photos,
Yeah.
And they're all over the place, yeah.
Yeah. No, there's some great selections in there, honestly. From like genuinely good films to sort of culty films to sort of cheesy but fun films. There's something in there for everyone, I reckon.
And the same with on the site. There's tons of stuff still packed up on that site. The problem is I've got so much stuff that it takes in an attention span like an elephant to be able to scroll through that many discs. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So thank you for joining us, and we'll be back next week for another video. Hopefully, Angry Aussie agrees to do it again because this is so much better. I really love this.
Oh yeah, no, I enjoyed this.
I
We
am
definitely
so
want
much
to
more
do this.
relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
thank you, Angry Aussie, for coming on. And
No
if
problem,
you're not a
everyone.
subscriber yet, check out Angry Aussie's channel, Angry Aussie on YouTube. And every Friday we get on at night time and have a party night, have a few cocktails, and it's good fun. Good time
For
to watch
anyone
a
who was
laser disc.
wondering,
And, yeah.
I was sipping an old fashioned as we talked about those movies.
All right. Well, see you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Excellent. Good job.
That was great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was fun. Thank you so much for doing that with me.
That's okay. And Mrs. Angry's only just gone to bed as well, so I'm going to go to bed.
Oh, good. You only went 15 minutes over your time limit, so that considering
That's
with all the
fine.
technical problems I had,
Yeah. No, once we started, I wanted to keep going. Yeah.
yeah, same, yeah. All right.
All
Well,
right.
I'm gonna rack off, and thank you again. Thank you so much.
All right. See you all
I
later.
got some editing to do.
See you all later,
Some
people.
speed
Bye.
editing. Bye.
You are totally fucked!